Wednesday morning, Judge Juan Merchan gave the jury in Donald Trump's hush money trial their instructions and then sent them off to deliberate. Those 12 individuals now hold Donald Trump's fate in their hands. But before we even got to that point, we had closing arguments on Tuesday, and apparently Donald Trump was super pissed off about the closing arguments part. We know he had already complained the day before about not being able to go last. His lawyers had to go first and the state got to go last, which is New York law. But after his lawyers delivered their closing arguments on Tuesday and before jury deliberations started on Wednesday, Donald Trump got on Truth Social and actually talked about a defense tactic that he wanted to use, but allegedly was not able to do it. Trump said this, "The greatest case I've ever seen for reliance on counsel, and Judge Merchan will not, for whatever reason, let me use that as a defense in this rigged trial. Another term, advice of counsel defense." So Donald Trump is claiming, falsely I may add, that he was not allowed to use the defense, the legal defense that he wanted to use in court. And his legal defense was going to be, my lawyers told me to do it. I didn't know any better, which is, of course, what he wants to do in Georgia. It's what he wants to do in the Tonya Chutkan case. He wants to blame everybody else but himself. You know, I didn't screw up. Everybody that I trusted screwed up and they screwed me in the process, which is not what happened here. And technically, if that is the defense that Donald Trump wanted to present in front of the judge can't prevent you from doing that. I hope everybody understands that. The judge cannot say, no, you can't use that legal defense, come up with something else. They can only do that if the prosecutors bring it up as a point saying, wait a minute, we were not informed this was the defense they were going to use. And if that's the defense they were going to use, then all of those materials that may be marked attorney-client privilege, we have to have access to those. So that is why a defense of counsel or advice of counsel defense has to be revealed prior to the start of the trial during the discovery phase, so you can basically get rid of all attorney-client privilege. Since Trump lawyers didn't do that, of course they couldn't use that defense. However, they could have done that. The judge did not bar them from using that defense. You're just barred from using it after you already say, we're not gonna do it. So once again, Donald Trump is lying. But more importantly, this is the talking point. Again, he launched this Tuesday evening. All throughout the day Wednesday, in a panicked series of, single sentence posts on Truth Social, he did the same thing. So what he is doing is setting up his supporters to believe that he did not break the law. It was the lawyers, Michael Cohen obviously, who broke the law, told him to break the law too, told him it'd be fine, and he went along with them because he's the lawyer and Trump is not. So he's already preparing his base to write off any guilty verdict that he gets. That's what he's doing here. That's what this is about. Misleading the public about what really took place during the trial. And guess what? It's probably not going to work. Because Michael Cohen's testimony and the testimony of everybody else made it crystal clear that Donald Trump was the one pulling the strings, not Michael Cohen. So you can rant and rave like a lunatic all you want. The fact of the matter is, you could have used that defense from the beginning if you wanted to, but your lawyers made the choice not to do it because it's a very stupid defense in this case. Not to mention, if you're going to make an advice of counsel defense, it is also basically an admission that, yeah, I broke the law, but I broke the law because my lawyer told me I should. So, not a good defense because, again, it is an admission that you basically did do something wrong, which is probably why your lawyers didn't want you to do it. But thank you, by the way, for admitting that right now, because that may come in very handy when Judge Merchan gets to the sentencing portion of this trial. Hey everybody, I don't know if you've noticed this, but we are closing in on a pretty major milestone here at Fair and Balanced as we approach 500,000 subscribers. But we're not there yet, and we definitely need your support. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, like and comment on the videos and share them as widely as possible.